Hey guys, it's Zach here and welcome back. I know it's been a long time since I've put out a video, but I can't wait to get back into the swing of things. So today, we are going to be starting off with a look at 88 Films' release of Shaolin Wooden Men. I've recently been watching a lot more martial arts films, and 88 Films' Asian catalog is the perfect trove for such a dive. It's a blessing especially for fans of Jackie Chan's classic films, as they've been working really hard to build up a great lineup. Shaolin Wooden Men is one of those early Chan films that haven't seen much of the way of home release since the VHS days, but it's finally back with a great-looking 2K remaster. Originally released in 1976, Shaolin Wooden Men is directed by Chi Hua Chen, who is responsible for a good steady stream of kung fu movies from the 70s through the 90s. Shaolin Wooden Men has been released under a list of alternate titles over time: Jackie Chan Wooden Man, 36 Wooden Men, Young Tiger's Revenge, or most infamously, Shaolin Chamber of Death. One of Chi Hua Chen's earlier directorials, our film stars a young Jackie Chan as a new student of Shaolin who also happens to be mute. His disability draws a lot of flack and ostracization from his fellow students, even earning him the name Little Mute, to which he is referred throughout the film. Early on, it's revealed that Little Mute's father was killed by a masked man when he was younger. This flashback is a constant driver for Little Mute to persevere in his training, as one day he hopes to be able to find the man who killed his father with a very particular style of martial arts. The film itself is called Shaolin Wooden Men, as it features a prominent set of lanes involving wooden training dummies and an ultimate kung fu challenge for the students of the temple. The students' training revolves around the Wooden Men challenge, and eventually, Little Mute begins finding different paths and mentors throughout the temple grounds, learning all sorts of styles and techniques, even from masters with mysterious backgrounds or cryptic ways, which may eventually lead to conflict in the story. Overall, the film itself is a fantastic watch, and a great example of young Jackie Chan, as he only begins to burst out into the spotlight following his years as a stuntman and extra in films, including those starring Bruce Lee. The choreography in Shaolin Wooden Men is a spectacle to watch, even if it's not yet at the speed and intricacy of Chan's later films. 88 Films has put out a fantastic looking Blu-ray, finally bringing the film to an HD format and to a wider audience in general. The release comes packed with extras both digitally and physically, so let's go take a look and see what's in the package. Here we are with 88 Films' release of Shaolin Wooden Men. We have the limited slipcover release and it looks awesome. Featuring artwork from R.P. O'Brien, otherwise known as Kung Fu Bob, the slip has a glossy feel to it and of course includes all the necessary information on the back. If we take a look inside, we have our single Blu-ray disc on the right, as well as some physical supplements packed in here on the left. The first one here looks to be a small collection of cards featuring stills from the film. And if we turn them over, we also got a few more samples of artwork from Kung Fu Bob. After the still cards, we also have one more goodie here to add on, a nice one-sided poster featuring the same artwork on the front of the Blu-ray release. The poster itself feels like a nice thick material, and though it's not the biggest poster we've seen, it looks like it would fit nicely framed together with the included cards. Of course, on top of all this, the Blu-ray release also features a reversible sleeve, with the original poster art as an alternate option to the newly commissioned artwork. With that said, it looks like we've covered all the physical bonuses, so let's go take a look at what's on the disc. Packed with the new 2K remaster from the original 35mm negatives, Shaolin Wooden Men is presented alongside a slew of options and bonuses. We have our choice of the original Mandarin audio, as well as the English and Cantonese dubs. The release includes two brand new audio commentaries, one from Asian cinema expert Brandon Bentley, as well as one from Hong Kong cinema experts Mike Leader and Arnie Vanima. Alongside the film itself, we have a collection of original trailers, all of varying quality and coming from Hong Kong, the US, and even Japan. We also get two bonus videos, one of which is the highlight of the supplements for me. The first one is a short video from author and critic Rick Baker. Baker's comments on the film aren't anything exceptional, but I did enjoy his video as a nice recap of the story, with highlights. The second bonus video, however, really grabbed my attention. Titled Shaolin Chamber of Death, How Transglobal Pictures Brought Jackie Chan to Britain. It's hosted by Steve Lawson. This video is my favorite because it takes us back to a time with clamshell packaging and VHS rental stores. Lawson shows off early VHS releases of Jackie Chan films as they were brought to the UK in the 80s and 90s. The examples are really cool to see, and sometimes hilarious with their inaccuracies. But what's more is we get a micro-documentary on Transglobal Pictures and how much of a process and craze it was getting these films to the Western audience during those days. Definitely worth checking out if you have a copy. Overall, 88 Films has put out a solid release. The abundance of audio options are convenient, and the new remaster looks crisper than ever. If you're a fan of Jackie Chan and want to get into his earlier films, Shaolin Wooden Men is a must-have. And even if you're just a fan of martial art films in general, it's got plenty of action and intense choreography to satisfy.